Yes lads, how you doing? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel, and today I'm going to bring you guys the Newcastle United versus Leicester City match preview. So today guys, I'm going to bring you the match preview for the game on New Year's Day when Leicester travel to St James's Park to take on Newcastle in the Premier League. But before we get into it, make sure a big thumbs up down below on today's video if you want to enjoy this Newcastle versus Leicester match preview. Subscribe if you haven't seen my face on your screen before. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so if you guys could hit that subscribe button, it will be massively appreciated. And while you're down there, make sure my channel is post notifications so never miss any future videos on the channel, just like this one. Follow my social medias over down there, links to them will be in the description down below. And let me know your score prediction, your thoughts of the game in the comment section down below. So guys, starting on today's match preview, we are talking about opposition for the game on New Year's Day where we travel to St James's Park, and it's obviously Newcastle United. But I don't want to be talking about too much because I've got Binks NEFC, a Newcastle United channel, who's going to give you guys the insight to the Newcastle side of things heading into the game on New Year's Day. So make sure you subscribe to his channel, links to his channel will be in the description down below. But I'm going to hand over to him and he's going to give you guys the Newcastle side of the match preview.
Hello Leicester City fans, I'm Binks NUFC, a Newcastle United YouTuber, and I'm going to be doing this opposition preview for the Newcastle United versus Leicester game on New Year's Day, 3 o'clock kickoff at St James's Park. It's going to be an interesting game. Your boys have just got a good win against West Ham. We've lost 2 games in a row. It's looking not the best for us, but yet again we've had a good season so far under Steve Bruce. So we'll go through my thoughts on going into the game. Obviously your boys have done fantastic recently. Against West Ham you didn't have the likes of Soyuncu, Chilwell, Maddison, Vardy. All of them didn't play or start. So they'll obviously play against us, which is shit because your boys have been fantastic this season. Obviously last time we played yes, we got thrashed 5-0. So that wasn't great, was it? But we're going to forget about that. New Year's Day, anything can happen. It's the new year. You never know, anything can happen. Maybe the Joe Linton goal for us. But for us, it's not been fantastic recently. Against Everton, the referee really spoiled the game. He stunned the show for the wrong reasons. VAR not getting used. It was a bit of a mixed match, but one player who stood out for me and who should start on Wednesday is Andy Carroll. I think he's been very good recently for Newcastle United. He's got 4 assists already this season. He hasn't scored yet, but 4 assists. He's really helped the team, and he has done well since coming in. There'll be no St Maximin, so that's lucky for your boys because he's probably one of the best wingers in the Premier League, and there is a lot of good wingers. He's probably up there with one of the best ones in the league, and that's not being biased. I'm generally think he's one of the best in the league. But Miguel Almiron obviously got his goal against Crystal Palace. Hopefully he will start, but will he get a goal? Let's see. John Joe Shelby's been in good form over December. He scored 3 goals this season in 3 games he's done it in, so that was good. Obviously we've had a lot of good results this season. We've beat the likes of Man United, Spurs, drew to Man City, beat Sheffield United. In December we had a really good month of beating Southampton, Crystal Palace, Sheffield United. We just drew to Man City the day before it turned December, so it has been a bit of just a funny run. And I think because our squad isn't the biggest in the Premier League, that hit us because having a game, a break, and then a day, that's what sort of hit us, I think, which is not good. But we're going to focus on this Leicester game, and if I'm going to do my prediction, an honest prediction, 2-0 Leicester City. I can't say a score, and I think it's just too good for us, but you never know, anything can happen in the game of football. Hopefully we can do something. Anyways lads, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the Leicester City fan who I'm sending this video to. Subscribe to my channel, it would mean a lot. Binks NUFC on YouTube. Anyways lads, I'll see you all in the next one.
So big thanks to Binks NUFC for coming on the channel today. Like I said earlier on, go subscribe to his channel, links in the description down below. But let's get into the Leicester side of the match preview. So last time out for Leicester, we travelled to the London Stadium to take on West Ham in the Premier League, and we managed to win 2-1. It was a brilliant performance away from a very changed side, but we still managed to pick up another 3 points on the road. It was a great performance away from home against a very poor West Ham United side, but nevertheless, it was a great way to bounce back after those 2 tricky defeats to Manchester City and Liverpool coming Leicester man. So the confidence will be back in the Leicester group heading into the game on New Year's Day. So in fact, Brendan Rodgers made 9 changes from the side we started against Liverpool for the West Ham game last time out. yeah, 9 changes and we still managed to pick up 3 points. Whereas for Newcastle, they took on Everton last time out at St James's Park. They played a very strong side, but they still managed to lose 2-1. So they're going to be very tight headed into the game, but most of the first team squad for Leicester are rested, so, you know, it's an added bonus for the Foxes. But moving on, Leicester played Newcastle already twice this Premier League season, one coming at St James's Park, one coming at the King Power. The game at St James's Park ended 1-1, but we won on penalties. That was in the Carabao Cup. And a couple of weeks after that, in the Premier League, we beat them 5-0 at the King Power Stadium. So, you know, that was a brilliant result. Obviously, they got a red card, so, you know, it wasn't as easy as it sounds, but still, 5-0 win is brilliant against Newcastle. So we are the better side heading into the game, and we must be confident that we can take another 3 points away from home. But I think it's going to be a very difficult game for Leicester on Wednesday. Obviously, going to St James's Park is always a difficult place to go, and especially on New Year's Day, it's going to be very difficult with the home atmosphere getting behind Newcastle. And especially after that 5-0 win, Newcastle really turned things around under Steve Bruce, so it's going to be very difficult to take 3 points on Wednesday. But I'm confident that Leicester can pick up all 3 points on Wednesday at St James's Park. So I'm going to go with Newcastle 1, Leicester City 2 as my score prediction. I'm very confident that they can get all 3 points, but I think it'll be a very tough game, a tight and cagey game towards the start, especially. But I can see Leicester pulling through it and getting all 3 points, mainly because of how we rested against West Ham last time out. So I can see that Jamie Vardy is going to get 1 goal. I'm going to give Yuri Tillemans to get the other goal, and I think that Almiron will score for Newcastle. He's been on good form recently, but it could go either way. It's going to be a very tough game, but hopefully Leicester can pull through and get all 3 points, and I'm confident that we can do that. So that's it for the oppositional preview, my thoughts on the game and my score predictions. So let's get into my 1 to 11. So this is the side I think Brendan Rodgers will go with to start on Wednesday at St James's Park. To start off in goal, I'm going to go with Kasper Schmeichel to start. Obviously, he was one of the only 2 which started against Liverpool and West Ham. He had a decent game against West Ham, didn't really do too much well. Obviously, couldn't do too much with the West Ham goal. If you want to watch a more in-depth review of the West Ham game, go and watch my match review. There'll be a link to that in the description down below. But yeah, hopefully Kasper can have a very good game on New Year's Day. I think it's going to be tough to keep the clean sheet. Obviously, Newcastle going forward are very good with lots of Almiron, Joe Linton, Carroll, St Maximin. They're on decent form at the moment, so I think it's going to be very tough, but hopefully Kasper can have a solid game. But now moving straight into the back four, starts for right back and they go with Ricardo Pereira. Obviously he got rested at West Ham. James Justin came in and did a very good job, did the youngster, but I think Ricardo will come back into the lineup, so hopefully Ricky P can have a solid game. Hopefully he can offer his usual attacking threat. After being rested, I think he's going to go and put in a good performance at Newcastle. Moving into the 2 centre-backs to start off with the right one, I'm going to go with Kagawa Soyuncu. He got rested against West Ham, a deserved rest. He's been brilliant so far this season, so hopefully big Kagawa Soyuncu can come in and have a good performance away from him. The other centre-back, I'm going to go with Johnny Evans. Obviously he played against West Ham, he's been brilliant so far this season. I think he's played every single minute so far, so fair play to big Johnny Evans in defence. Hopefully he can have a solid game against Newcastle. Obviously he's going to be fairly tight heading into the game, but I think the players around him will help him and I think he'll have a decent performance. And at left back, I'm going to go with Christian Fuchs. I think Ben Chilwell needs to be dropped again. His recent performances have been very poor. I know it's harsh for Ben Chilwell. He's been a good player this season, but I think he needs a rest and then hopefully he can come back stronger against Southampton next in the Premier League. But I think Christian Fuchs will come in. He played very well against West Ham, so hopefully Christian can have a solid game. But now moving straight into midfield. So start off in that defensive role, I'm going to go with Wilfred Ndidi. He didn't start against West Ham, but he did come on towards the latter stages of the game. So hopefully Wolf can have another solid game against Newcastle. Obviously against West Ham, he showed at that midfield. Obviously Hamza Chowdhury and Mendy came in. They did a good job against West Ham, but I think Brendan will put Wolf back in midfield. Hopefully he can have a good game sitting in front of the defence. Moving in front of him, I'm going to go with James Maddison. Like Will P came on against West Ham, had a pretty good performance. He unlucky not to score, did a couple of good moments here and there. So hopefully Maddison can come in, have a good game away at Newcastle. And alongside him, I'm going to go with Yuri Tillemans. He got completely rested against West Ham. Obviously Yuri hasn't been the best for most recently, but with the rest, I think he should be ready to go, raring to go and have a good performance away at St James's Park on Wednesday. And I'm moving straight into the front three. So start off in that left wing position, and they go with Demarai Gray. I thought he had a very good game at West Ham on Saturday. Obviously missed a penalty, but made it with that with scoring the winner in the end, coming in the second half. A really well taken goal by him. I think Brendan Rodgers has really got the best out of Demarai Gray so far this season. So hopefully Brendan can give the youngster another chance. Hopefully Gray can have a solid game in that left wing position and maybe pop up with another goal away from home. Moving into the right wing position, I'm going to go with Mark Albrighton. He also started against West Ham. He had a very good game. You know, we all know what we're going to get with Mark Albrighton. He's very hard working. He's very good at crossing as well. He's got a good touch in him as well. Overall, Mark Albrighton, he works very hard for the team. I mean, we always know he's going to get a good performance from him. So I can see Mark Albrighton starting on Wednesday. I'm just getting confused with the days. I'm finally up front with Jamie Vardy. Congratulations to his wife with the baby, but obviously he got rested against West Ham because of that reason, but I think he should be alright to come back into the lineup. I mean, we can all see that baby celebration coming from Vardy, so hopefully Vardy can get on the score sheet on Wednesday. I don't get confused with the days. But that's it for the Newcastle versus Leicester match preview. Leave a like if you did enjoy today's video. Subscribe if you haven't already. It's going to be a tough one, but I'm confident that Leicester can pick up all 3 points on New Year's Day. Hopefully we can start 2020, the new decade, off with all 3 points, guys. But yeah, make sure you do leave a like on this video if you haven't enjoyed it, guys. Bye, SPORTSA, and I'll see you all in my next video. Peace.